Hello everybody. So this video is the English version of what I just posted, previously. That one it was the French version. I just spoke in French. Now I'm going to say the same thing in English to have a video in English. Okay. So the aim of this lesson is to allow you to be able to master the fretboard in terms of soukous or rumba music. So in rumba music, we're going to look at the chords, the shapes. There are only 4 shapes of major chords in rumba. We play mostly measures. We combine measures. Major. We have 1, 4, 5, or 4 chords are major. So these are the 4 shapes that you find in all the chords. The 4 shapes. These are the shapes that we have. And then I'm going to the aim of this lesson is to allow you to be able to understand the fretboard, the Soukous fretboard, and also to be able, to play easily wherever you want on the fret without being obliged to memorize things. Don't memorize, just use your visual, to be able to see where you should go, what you need to play and where on the fretboard. So what I'm going to do now, I'm going to start. So we have the first note when we learn guitar, it is Do, it is C. Do, re, mi, fa, sol, la, si, do, C. So let's start with C. I have C here. This is the first shape for the major chords in soukous or rumba music. Now, so how are the other forms are following on the fret? So what I'm going to do, knowing this is the root, I'm just going to put my finger here and to bar all those other, the notes here. I'm going to bar here on the frets, and then I'm going to play from 5 string until 2. I'm not playing the first string, otherwise it will be A minor, which is also C6. So but we don't need C6, we're just playing C. This is so from here, shape number 1, shape number 2. Now shape number 3 is just you keep this bar position, but you just swap fingers. Okay, you put these fingers to allow your pinky to come here. So pinky is going to be 3 frets higher, and you can play from the 4th string down. You have another C major key chord. So this one is kind of a shorter version. The whole key, the whole chord will be like this. This is the shorter version, okay? And then from there, the last shape, you look at this. When you end here, this will be also the end, the last note of the last shape. It is this one. So, without being, forced to memorize things, you just can look when you have this form. You know that there is 1 here, and you know that you have this one here, and you have this one here. So these are the 4 shapes. So I forgot to tell you that this one, when you use this one, is the shorter version of this chord. Okay, this is the same. It's like we play this. It is this. You can well play here. this shorter version. Okay. Oh. Okay. So the whole version, the shortest version, this or this, and again here. Okay, 4 shapes. Now, when I do this, you know, for me to memorize, okay, when I have this shape, the next one is like this, and then like this. So this is C major, C major, C major, C major. And then this is it. This is the fret, because the fret stops here. This is the end of the fret. From here, it is just a repetition. It's like a duplication of this part. The same. So, and then you see in guitars, you see 2 dots here. 2 dots. They put 2 dots here just to tell you, hey, this is the end. You're starting again. From, you know, this is the same. It's like that this board here is duplicated here. So everything you play here, the same shape, you can continue playing them here. That means this one, it is this one here. So now that means I'm continuing again. C is here, then the next one will be this one. C, then this, and then the last one is here. Same. So this is the fretboard. Now, because the guitar is about just playing the same thing but at different, you know, at different places. So this is C major. But when you want to play D major, it is this. It will be this one. D is here. Now it will be the same. D major, D major, D major, D. And then when you play this, I know. So this is the way it is. Okay, let's now go back to C major. Now, what is interesting, I was talking about the major scale, you know, the scale to improvise, the scale that allows you to improvise, that allows you to create melody for your rhythm. You have the scale on each shape. On this shape, the scale is here. It allows you to play stuff like everything here I did. You know, we want to talk about the chord progression. In each shape, you have progressions, you know, around the shape. You have everything around the shape. So for this shape, you have also the scale, the major scale. When you move to this shape, you have the scale. I say that, you know, this is the whole way, you know, to have, you know, the chord. This is the complete way. Then you have also a very, very complete major scale. Now we talk about this shape here. Yes, you have the major scale here. About the complete way to play it, yeah, the major scale is there. Comprehensive. Okay, and then the guitar, the fretboard ends here. Now, where I'm going to repeat myself, you know, to repeat what I've done. If I go, if I start playing this part is gonna be exactly the same stuff that I'm playing here. Exactly the same. So it's a repetition. That's and then it allows you as guitarist, you know, to be able, when you're warming up your guitar, you see people, you know, playing. You can see guitarists playing stuff like this. Sometimes you can play those stuff also to fill the gaps, you know, when there is a song in Soukous, people are singing. Knowing those shapes and the chord, and especially the scale, it will allow you to be able, as a soloist, to be confident. You know, when people are playing, you can add small riffs, small licks when they are playing. Because I take this shape, and then I'm just waiting here in this shape. And then I'm waiting in this shape. And I come from this shape. Okay, now let's move to another chord, because this was the C major, but the shapes are the same for all chords, only those 4 shapes, but the place, you know, the position, let's say it will be different area of the fretboard. Now let's see, if we have G, for example, this G, what are the 4 shapes? How are we going to because I don't want you to memorize, but how are you going to play them, to find them? Easy, you know? Before going to G, I forgot one last thing, you know. I was telling you that when you reach here, this C here, the next will be here, because I said that the fretboards finished here. But how are you going to know what is the next shape after this? There is just a small, in French we call it astuce. I don't know if it's a hint, but it's something you can do. You see this one, and then you just put one finger here on the third here, the third string here, and then you look for the octave, which is here. Octave is 3 frets higher. Then I have the octave, and then I know that the next shape will be the shape ending with this note, which is this one. Okay. So when I play, just give me an idea where I am. It's like you know, just I play this. I say, okay, then Mr. Cole, you are this one, and then it is the same easier, because I know that I can bar chord here, I have my chord here, this one, and I have this one here. Okay, now let's go look at G. What happened with the G major? Easy, because when I have G major, what is in front of this shape? Before this shape, you know, it will be this one. Remember this shape. This is the intersection point between this shape and this shape. Okay. Now, what is the next? Okay, because I have this shape, I try to find the octave. It's this one, and then I know that it should be this one. So this is the G. And then when I have this G, my next shape would be just replacing, using the root here. I'll just put my chord, my bar chord, and and then the next will be just a G, another G here, and then from here, you know, this shape, the next one, I need to use this my small rule here. I put this octave, and then I know it is this one. And then it is the same. When you are this shape, you know your scale to allow to improvise. Just people say, "Ah, can you do the same improvisation that you did in G? You do in C, you do it in G," because it is just the same stuff, changing just the places, you know. I'm just playing, you know, randomly without even thinking. This is it. This is the lesson. So you can master the fretboards in terms of soukous rumba music with these tricks. These are tricks that I'm giving you. So again, to finish, and again I say that this is, you know, where the first part, let's say, of the frets ends, and the second part of the fret is just the same, the repetition. So now this is this part, the first part here, is like a playground for the rhythm guy. You know, you can play your stuff here, and then you also all the shapes. You know, it's also for the rhythmic guy to use those shapes. Soloist is going to use the same shape as well. This is how you play solo, using the same shape. There is nothing beyond this, what I'm telling you. And then again, you know, what's happening if you have your melody here like this. Play the same melody here, but it will sound solo. The same shape, you know, this shape which is here. Thank you very much. There will be a second part where we're going to look at each shape and to try to identify the chords around the shape in order, you know, for the progression, and to see also what are the possibility in terms of using chords, shape, chords, and the scale to play some melody. Thank you.